We've only got 30 days till spring. Is your garden ready? Let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.
We're gonna plant. Give me a second. The onions we planted this fall, these beets, turnips, spinach, they want to see a little bit of sun. It's a beautiful morning after 2 days under plastic because of cold weather. See what we got. The arugula is doing great. Our beets, cilantro, and Swiss chard. Don't even know it's been cold. As we continue to get ready for spring, let's take a look at how our seedlings are doing. We'll be able to get these peas in the ground before the last frost. The leggy brassicas we have potted. We got our first true leaves on that giant cabbage that sprouted during that cold. Whether you're covered in snow or not, we're 30 days away from spring. That doesn't mean we're 30 days away from just planting out the garden, but we do want to get some of these warm weather crops going. Lettuce and cabbage are reaching for the sun. So we're going to go ahead and start some basil, some tomatoes, some peppers that we saved, a bunch of tomato seeds that we saved. We're going to get these started. They transplant very easily, but I like to use these shallow containers. It really doesn't matter what they are. This is just a catch saucer from underneath the container. I think this had some kind of TV dinner in it, and I think these came from a fast food restaurant. But you recycle everything you can. They all work really well. You don't need to have holes in these because we're starting seeds. You just fill them up with soil. And this purple lettuce did take a beating in that cold, but it's still coming on strong. Hadn't really talked about these chives. They died back early, but they're bouncing right on back. Probably going to put totes back on these tonight, but then we're going to be off to the races for a while. And then that. Pretty good winter garden. Give yourself a little room because we're going to put a little soil on top of these. Not much, but a little bit. We really like pesto out of basil. And this lettuce leaf pesto is really nice big leaves. I'm going to do several in here. I'm just scattering these across the top. Good soil contact. Just a little dusting of soil on top. We're going to put a little bit of, then we'll water them in. Since there are no holes in the bottom, you don't want to flood those out, but you do want them good and moist. And we'll cover that with plastic here in a little bit. We've got some African basil. And I'm going to use this little bigger container because I'm going to plant a few of these too. Now the basil we're going to companion plant in the garden, and we're going to have some in containers up around the house. Easy access. So with all of these, we're just going to pat those in, good soil contact. Just a light little bit on top. There's our basil. Now I've got a pack of Carla, which is an heirloom tomato that's kind of pink. Really, really sweet. One of my favorites. Yes, vine ripe or not, I can tell the difference on Carla. I'm putting these down quite heavy because I've had these seeds for quite a long time and I don't know what that germination rate's going to be. African vining. So I know these are really nice heirloom seeds also, but I've also had these seeds for quite a while, but I'm going to go ahead and plant what I have, see what we can get. I've got the tag here so I can mark this. And I know, those of you that have been following my channel, I don't mark things very well. So I've got Carla over here, I've got African vining over here, and then from Baker Creek, we've got this Golden King. And I'm going to try that. Last year we did green, and those were kind of fun. Except, how do you know when a green tomato is ripe? I'm going to plant about half of this. We'll see how many we get. You know, I like to give tomatoes away, so if they all sprout, that's great. I've got the tomato seeds in here, so I'm just going to lightly dust a little bit of soil back over the top. Good soil contact. Got our basils, we've got our tomatoes. We've got ghost pepper seeds from last year. I'm going to go ahead and plant them all. We'll see how many of these germinate. So good soil contact, a little bit on top. A few random tomato seeds. We'll see what we get. And as these sprout, we'll prick them out, we'll put them in larger containers, and then when the last frost comes, we'll be ready to plant. Just enough water to moisten this. I like using this Glad Clean wrap. Sits nicely over that. Since we have several here, we're just going to cover them with one piece. And I found you don't really want these down airtight like if you're sealing something for the refrigerator, but you do want these to be able to keep the moisture inside. And just as soon as they start sprouting, we'll take these covers off. With spring right around the corner, planting is now in full swing. We're going to start putting out more potatoes here directly, finish up the onions that we have, and a bunch more. I hope you join me for that. You can do this too. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you.